All right, we're here with Savannah Schroyer. She's a 10th grade football player at Great Falls High School. Um, to my knowledge, there's never been a girl that played high school football in Chester before. There have been some in the state. There was a girl at McBee a couple of years ago, I remember, and I remember one at Newberry, I think, that actually started some games. Um, but you've told me that you don't really see yourself as like a trailblazer. That's not why you're doing this, right?
No, I just really wanted to play football actually, so I didn't want to be the first. I just really wanted to get out there and play the sport.
Okay, so you're in 10th grade. You say that you have grown up a football fan. I mean, you've enjoyed watching the sport, and you have a brother that plays, with whom you are teammates this year. What was his reaction when you told him that you were going to try out for football at Great Falls this year?
Yeah, he was really happy. He was really supportive, and really, if he wasn't out here, I probably wouldn't be. So I'm really thankful for him.
Now, you're used to competing. You're an athlete. You play softball and basketball at Great Falls already. You said it was something fun. It's something you enjoyed. But what made you really finally decide I'm gonna give this a try?
Well, I really just wanted to prove everybody wrong that said I couldn't do it. And I really loved the sport ever since I was little. I mean, I've never played, but I've always really wanted to. I just needed to get over my fears and go out for the team.
And there are no like family football games out in the yard at Thanksgiving or any of that stuff you said?
No.
So you didn't necessarily grow up competing with your brother in this sport, right? Now, have y'all had the opportunity to line up across from each other yet in practice or anything?
No, and I don't think I want to. He's a lot bigger than me.
When we get to the end of this year, what will you consider a good year for yourself?
I really just want to grow as a player mostly and get to know the sport a little more and just get better and play next year, I guess.
There is obviously a lot to learn when you're picking up a new sport. What's been the hardest adjustment for you so far?
The hardest is just asking questions, really, because you go out there and you're surrounded by a whole bunch of boys who know what they're doing. And it's really scary because you don't know what you're doing. So just asking questions has to be the hardest part, I guess.
What's the adjustment been like in terms of being in a weight room and things like that?
Well, it's not that difficult because I've done weightlifting before, like before school and stuff, so it wasn't that much of a change, just with a lot more boys in the room. And other than that, I think the boys have all been really supportive, haven't really given me that hard of a time, so that's made it a lot easier.
You actually did get in for a couple of plays in Great Falls' scrimmage this past weekend. When you stepped on the field, I mean, you've been on a practice field, but when you stepped onto a field in a game-like situation against somebody in a different colored jersey for the very first time, what was that feeling like?
It was scary. I'm not even gonna lie, it was really scary. I was really nervous at first, but then I got out there and I did what I was supposed to do, and it was really fun.
And then just as far as comparing this to the other sports you do, I mean, you compete in basketball, which is a tough physical sport, and you compete in softball, same. How different has football been?
It's not that different. It's a little more athletic and a little more challenging, especially not knowing what you're doing. But overall, I feel like it's about the same as other sports. It's like the same morals, like you have to be respectful, you have to do the right thing, and that's basically it. Yeah.